You know, I like this floor because of the glass things. It's very like airy and bright.
This is Amir Taki, one of the developers of Bitcoin, the fastest growing currency in the world. He lives in a deserted office building in central London.
Bitcoin is like a virtual currency, just like you have like dollars, pounds, euros, but it's the first time that we have a virtual currency or a type of currency which isn't controlled by a central institution. It's completely decentralized. I can send money to whoever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want in the world, and nobody can stop me.
Bitcoin is what money should be.
Mihai Alisi is editor of Bitcoin magazine.
Bitcoin is to banks what email was to postal offices. Instead of going to a bank, respecting their schedule, paying their fees, I can transfer money to Ethiopia, Egypt, or China from my living room without anyone knowing who's behind the address B and address A.
So when you make a Bitcoin transaction, it goes into the network and it needs to become confirmed to actually make it into this distributed database that everybody keeps, this ledger. And to do that, some people have to solve some mathematical puzzles. And people who do that get a small reward. And that's how new Bitcoins are introduced. In circulation, there's around 10 million at the moment, but eventually that will go towards 21 million by around mid-2030, and then the supply will stop. It's limited supply.
This is a physical Bitcoin. The value of the Bitcoin is given by the code that it's behind this hologram. So when you peel this off, you will have a code that you can redeem for 1 Bitcoin. There are exchanges like Mt. Gox and others where you can redeem the code and you can receive 1 Bitcoin to your wallet. Well, at this point, this worth about 45 pounds. It's the best performing currency worldwide.
Lots of things start to happen around Bitcoin. We started to see Reddit recently started accepting Bitcoin, the thing with Mega, WikiLeaks was accepting Bitcoin.
We have here a price chart that shows the price for the past year. During April, June, you were able to buy a Bitcoin for about $4 or $5. And now you can buy 1 Bitcoin for about $67.
I actually had like loads of Bitcoins when it was 0.06, and then the price started to go up. So I was like, shit, so I sold them all. And then like I made $100 and I was like, woo! But then it actually like went up to $1. And then I was like, crap, okay, so wait for it to go down again, but then it went to $2, but then it went to $30. I was like, fuck, if I kept it, I would have had $500,000. But I didn't, so whatever, like, I'm not in for this because of like personal profit or something. Like, I think, like, I love like money and like the issues behind it and how it works in the society. But for me personally, like, I don't have need for like a car, and I just need my internet, my laptop.
Bitcoin has been criticised for facilitating the sale of drugs on sites like Silk Road.
Bitcoin is a tool, right? So for example, you have a knife, and with that knife you can put butter on your bread or you can kill someone. But you make the tool bad or good. The
real like way to combat drugs is not by punishing people for consuming drugs. It's like when they tried to stop people having sex, you know, punishing people for having sex. It doesn't work like that. People are going to do that. What you can do is educate people, tell them, oh, these are bad drugs you should stay away from. These are the health effects of these drugs. You know, if you need help with drug addiction, this is where you can go.
At this point, we don't have political penalties for politicians going, oh yeah, let's ban Bitcoin, you can buy drugs online, you have Silk Road, we cannot control that, so let's ban it. But if politicians would ban Bitcoin for being able to do that, for being able to go on Silk Road and buy drugs or whatever, it's like burning an entire village in order to roast the pig. So that doesn't make much sense.
Amir took us to the room he's currently sleeping in. He lives with just a few bags of possessions.
And like, I feel responsibility, like I have this skill that not many people have. So I would feel bad if I was like working in some corporation just writing code that goes into some black hole. Putting more things in your life doesn't make you happier. You need to have passions and interests.
Bitcoin is definitely more than a get-rich scheme. And I think it's the next big technology that will revolutionize our society after the internet. It's as big as the internet or maybe bigger.